Alright, so this is the Lmcpa carrying case for Nintendo Switch 2. This is actually Amazon's choice with 362 positive reviews, 4.5 stars out of 5. I picked one up, I got this yesterday, and we're going to do a quick review for it. So it's a super solid case, really quite solid. There's not a lot of branding on it, as you can see. Pretty simple in its design. But we've got this handle here, which is really quite spacious. And honestly, I'm not sure how I feel about that. I prefer it to be a bit more closed in. It's quite there's quite a lot of wiggle room there, you can see, but you know, it's tight. It's, you know, threaded very securely, and we've got this kind of like rubber seal on this as well. So it feels really solid, to be fair, but like that's a bit too much wiggle room in my opinion. So we've got the zips here. You can see a little bit of branding on the zips. We've got Lmcpa on the zips, and I actually really like these zips. I appreciate it, and I'll tell you why, because they're very easy to use. They are super easy to use, you know. You can do it very quickly. One of my old cases for my original Switch, it was quite awkward to use the zips on that, but these, pretty good. That one's good. That one's good. So zips, definitely a win. And yeah, like I say, it's very, very tough, very hard shell, and solid and protected in there for sure. So let's have a look inside. Easy zip. And here we go. So this is the inside, and this zip is just the same. Super quick, super easy to use. I appreciate it. It was only 16 quid this, I think. Let's have a look. 16 quid, yeah, 16 quid. So cannot really argue with that. So in this compartment, you can fit quite a lot. You've got your mouse attachments. So they're in there, solid. You can get your charging cable in. You can also get your headphones in there as well, your earbuds. So that's really good. But it does advertise that you can put a charging brick in here, and you cannot. Because if you've got your Switch in as well as this, it will not be safe for your Switch's screen. So it comes down like, you know, as far as that, naturally, without any force. But if you take this out and see how it flows, yeah, there you go. So you can see the difference there. So don't put your charging brick in here. It is not a good idea. But that is quite a big, healthy compartment here with a lot of space for a lot of smaller things, you know. So we do get 20 spaces for your cartridges. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we get 20. So I've filled most of them out now. And they've got obviously this kind of like felt on the bottom, which is excellent. Which, you know, protects your screen as well, which is what you want. They feel really nice. So yeah, 20 games. You know what I mean? You've got 20 games in here, which is absolutely awesome. Then you'll, you know, have absolutely tons of digital games on your Switch anyway. And we've got this little lip here to take out the Switch a bit easier. So you just pull that, and then the Switch comes up nice easily. So taking the Switch out, you can see it's got these kind of like pockets for the, you know, your triggers and that. So when it gets a bit deeper, so I appreciate them. The ones on the bottom as well. So like, I guess if you get some sort of attachment or something, but you know, it's all felt all the way through, so it's all protected and, you know, kept relatively clean. So yeah, it's a pretty good case. And 1 down, 2 down. Let's put all the stuff back in. So say you're going on your trip, you know, you can't, and obviously you cannot put the dock in. That is just like a no-go. But you can put your wire in, and your earbuds. Zip it back up. More snow. Zip it again. Again, there's no pressure on the switch. You know, it's quite a big, healthy case. A lot of room. And you're good to go. So yeah, this is the... what is it? The Lmcpa carrying case. It's pretty good, man. You know, like for a cheap case, you can't really go wrong, and I don't really see myself buying another one. But I mean, obviously I could test some more out if companies want to reach out, which is not a problem. But I would recommend this case. The only thing I don't really like is just kind of how spacious this is. It could do with being a little bit more closed in, I think. But this is a really good carrying case, I think, for your Switch 2. I recommend it, especially for the price. But you cannot use a charging brick with it, because that will just absolutely shatter your screen to absolute pieces. But there is a lot of storage in there, so we've got that picture. The drawstrings are really nice touch as well for taking the Switch out. Appreciate that. Yeah. 20 game cartridges, man. Like, it's not too bad, is it? 20 game cartridges. Your zippers are good. I'd say it's pretty good. Pretty good value for the money. Shock resistance, it says, but it does feel super solid, to be fair. So if you did drop it, you probably wouldn't have that much of a problem. I think your Switch would be actually quite protected, or there'd be very minimal damage. So yeah, Switch 2, highly durable, easy clean. Yeah, I'd say you could easily clean it as well. Scratch resistant, impact resistant, great for travel. Do not put your charger in it though. Yeah. So there you go. And then you get yourself a girlfriend like that as well if you buy one. So spot on. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. If you've got any more questions about this, let me know in the comments. I'll talk to you in the next one.